obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show GetEm To The Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yo!
Hey!
I'm so excited. Yeah, it's GetEm To The Metaverse. You gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. That's Joy. That's Joy over there. It's me. It's me right here. It's called GetEm To The Metaverse. It's time to get 'em to the Metaverse. Let's go. Hey, hold up. Y'all know how we do, man. Hold up, man. You know your boy feeling himself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I can't feel myself a little bit before I get it over to Joy. How you feeling there, down, Joy? How you feeling, Joy?
I'm feeling good. Everybody, welcome to another episode of GetEm To The Metaverse. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is going to be an amazing show today. We have an amazing guest and so many good topics to talk about. So I am so ready. Let's go.
Oh, I like how she did that. You know what I'm saying? No, let me get to me real quick. Let me get to
How
me.
you feeling?
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? The vibes.
Hey.
The vibes. Yeah. Listen, man, y'all gotta understand, man. It's a Thursday, which means it's GetEm To The Metaverse Thursday, which means we ready to get it popping. It's Black History Month. And so we about to get it popping in here, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be excited. I'm just feeling good inside. You know what I'm saying? You feeling good?
Absolutely. It feels great.
And the week has been one of those weeks too where you just kind of have to, you know, you're just trying to get to that Friday, you know, it's that vibe of Friday, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
we
this is
kicking it off here on GetEm To The Metaverse.
You better
Friday
say that.
vibes just coming right on in.
You better say that. Look, we got our fam Gaming Drinks is in the building. What's good?
Hey y'all. Hey Gaming
What's
Drinks.
good, fam? Very nice says go. Much happiness. Yes, that's
Hey
right.
there.
Super excited about the show today. We got a phenomenal show lined up. And you know, we might as well just get into it, right? We might as well just jump in because we got a lot to cover, right?
Yes,
but wait, hold on.
Sure do.
You're looking good though. Can I say that? You're looking real good. You know, I'm gonna see you after this podcast. I'm gonna see you. All
I'm
right.
gonna see you too.
All right. Yeah.
We gonna see each other.
All right, y'all. So look, let me fade the music out. All right, listen. So breaking news. Let's get into it. You know, we
Yeah.
don't like to waste no time. We want to get into it. So the first thing we gotta talk about, all
Oh
right? Come on, shout out to Joyreign in the
my gosh.
beauty with
Hey.
her meta spotlight from Horizon
You better sing that.
Worlds. Yeah. So first of all, baby, so I need to know. Because the people need to know. How does it feel? You've been in Horizon now for about a year or so.
Yes.
How does it feel to not only have a world that people want to come and see and enjoy the community, because you also won in the Horizon
The
Award
Horizon
from the
Award.
community, and then
Yeah.
the next day, 2 days later, you get you get a spotlight from Meta. So how does that feel? Come on, walk me through it. How does that feel?
Well, first of all, the award from the Horizon community, I was not expecting it at all.
Yeah.
And to be, nominated first was an honor amongst your peers. And so I thank everyone who nominated, who voted, to make Joy in the Morning that best talk show slash podcast world. Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Thank you so much. And then on top of that, to be spotlighted by Meta, I was speechless. I was like just very thankful to God. And so yeah,
Okay.
just
Okay.
thankful and
You know,
excited.
You know, one of the things that really was a blessing for me is that I love being able to celebrate my wife. Y'all don't know this, but you know, she has
Oh,
put in so much time and effort into building joy in the morning, waking up at 4 in the morning, shaking me out the bed, saying, you know, she got this vision of what she wants to build, and then being able to
yeah,
not only build it, but then almost 6, 7 months later, being in her season 2 of her show. So, you know, once again, season 2, but
oh,
then
thank you.
get this spotlight, you know, and it's Black History Month. So it's even more of an honor because there's so many amazing Black creators in
Absolutely.
Horizon and other metaverse experiences that we will be talking about today because we have one of them on the
Yes,
podcast with us, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
not yet.
But I just, one other thing I want to ask you, Joy, like really, I want you to, in this moment, what would you tell someone who may be starting their journey in metaverse? What would you tell them to kind of let them know how you were feeling and how to go forward from there?
Yeah, at first when I started, I was like, should I even release this world? It's not good enough. It's people have something in your heart. And then after two, it's like your baby because it's your creation. And
Yeah,
so what I want to tell people is start, just release it. You never know who it will affect
correct.
in a positive way. You never know what may come about it. Just put it out there and just start. And so that's my advice. It may seem
Yeah.
crazy, it may be scary, but you can do it.
Wow, I love that genuine, honest feedback because it's one of those things that you just really don't, a lot of people just don't get, you know, like the power
Yeah.
behind just going for it with your vision and your calling and your gifting, you know? So just hats off to you. I don't want to get too deep into it. Just hats off to
Yeah.
you
Thank you
for
so
for
much.
what you're doing, baby. I'm just so proud of you. So let's move on to the next topic. Speaking about Horizon Worlds, right?
Horizon.
It just stays in the news. We don't make the news up. Holler if you want to sponsor us. But we don't make this news up. It just keeps falling alive. The Wall Street Journal had an article that came out, right? And
Yep.
the article was very, very interesting. It had one thing where it specifically said that Horizon is looking now to open up. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Uh, Horizon is looking to open up to 13 and up, like officially. You know, now
Yeah.
we know that technically they're already in there, but they're officially opening up. So what does that mean for you, Joel? How do you feel about them opening up to 13 and up?
They're reaching that target demographic. They finally came out and said the people that they're going to be targeting. And so now it's the time to really put forth the effort to reach those people because they're
Yeah.
going to be coming in droves. So yeah, it's time
Hey,
to
they gonna be
cater to
coming
that.
in, Jesus. All right, they already in there. All right, they in there. Okay, that's the problem. They already in there. But you know what? I'm excited in some ways because them officially allowing that door, that means more retention, more opportunities for creators to really build upon that, right? So that's the whole idea of what we really want to see. And so for the community part of it, I'm really excited about it. There's another part of this news that I thought was really interesting as well, was
Yeah.
that they specifically spoke about web
Mobile
and
and web.
mobile coming
Mhm.
as early. You know, it's basically slated that it's going to come first half of this year. So
Mhm.
that means we got till June, you know. So knowing Meta, it's June. But are you excited about people being able to get on phones and
Well,
tablets? And
absolutely, yes,
okay,
because people need to know what's going on who doesn't have a headset that is trying to figure out what in the world are they posting on their social medias,
my God,
and they can finally get a chance to come in on their phones or through the web to see what's going on in
yeah,
Horizon World. So that's exciting.
it's a very exciting thing. And for me, you know, personally, I've been really big on getting that retention up. You know, we got to find ways to get the retention up for Horizon. So I think mobile and web, I can send my mama a link, say, Mama, check out Joy in the Morning. All right. Check out this podcast we doing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to be actually really great and just bring a little bit less friction to the platform.
Yeah,
Everyone's not ready to put the headset on. It's not at the form factor yet that we would want to have our moms and grandparents in it just yet. We
yeah,
we want them in there, but a Quest 2 is just like, ugh. But the more and more we get slimmer and slimmer headsets, the more and more we build, I think we're going to have huge opportunities there to really spotlight that a lot more.
absolutely.
All right, well, that's Horizon Worlds. Let's get into Squid Games
Ooh.
VR. Uh, all right. So, show of hands in the chat if you have watched Squid Games. All right. So, Squid Games is an incredible Netflix series from Korea that was put on a Netflix streaming service, and we loved it. You know, it was a little weird.
Mhm.
It was a little weird, but we loved it. And they now are working on a Squid Game SandBox VR. If you don't know what SandBox VR is, it's actually a place where you can actually visit. It's called Location Based Entertainment, LBE VR. So you can go to this place and actually play VR games, and that's actually really dope. And so there's gonna be a Squid Game that you can play. I don't know, man. Do you get shot if you get red light, green light? Do you get shot in real life if you don't make
Like,
it?
what happens? Do they just black you out and it's like, okay, in the
That
game?
that's what I'm scared of. You know, like is it that? Because I don't want that. You know, but I do think it's kind of cool to have these types of experiences that you would probably never experience any other way. No,
Yeah,
well, here's a better way. I wouldn't want to experience it any other way but
there
this
you
way
go.
because
The safe way.
the safe way. Yeah, I don't have to worry about how many people is going to get killed. I don't have to think about me dying because that little cookie thing when you have to like slice the cookies and stuff.
Yeah,
I
no.
would have broke my cookie, ate the cookie, and been done with it. Okay. Uh,
I
look,
cannot.
hey, I'm here all night, folks. I'm here all night.
Oh
All
gosh.
right. So last one on the breaking news is gym class. So this
Yeah.
happened. We were out getting some lunch, and I'm scrolling through my Twitter. And this, what you guys may not know, if you go on the Getting Things Done channel, one of the first videos I did for VR was actually on gym class, and it was at the time App Lab exclusive that you can only get via that platform for Quest.
Hmm.
And now it's on the main store. They have a huge announcement about NBA. They have partnered with the NBA, and now we'll have, I think, 30 stadiums connected to it, and you can get jerseys and all kind of stuff. Like gym class is literally growing up, and that's just incredible. What do you think about that, Joy?
Yeah, it's super exciting that to see where, we started out with gym class when it was just in its infancy, and to see where it's growing, it's incredible. So I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out either. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna whoop some people tail in that game. Okay, all right, just y'all get ready to get crossed over. You know what I'm saying? That just what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's how we do it. Look, let's go check back in the audience before we get to the next segment here. Let's see. Let's get to our scene here. We got a few peeps in the building. I know there's some of these names in here As we come back from the experience, Nathan says, "What's good, fam? From the
Hi
Horizon
there.
Workrooms, fam. We know who you are, brother. We appreciate you tuning in. We know that there's a particular guest on here that you rock with pretty strong, and he also put the fist in
Thank
the
you
air
for
saying, yeah."
tuning in.
He has to put a fist in the air saying that he also knows about Squid Games. Gamer Drink say
Yes.
Squid Games for show. And
Uh-huh.
look, we even got Price in the building saying, "Hey, I made
Hey,
it."
Price.
Yay, we appreciate you, brother, for tuning in, man. And this is a good one to tune in too. All right, so before we get into our next segment, there is something amazing we want to announce. Do you want to talk about the Black Creator Spotlight?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Black Creator Spotlight is a segment that we're doing for creators in Horizon Worlds, the African American creators that we wanted to spotlight because they are doing some amazing things. Just in
Yes.
case somebody didn't know, or may have gotten looked over, or whatever the case may be, we wanted to highlight these people, and they are extraordinary. And so we're
Yes.
going to have several segments come out via social media. So make sure you tune in. And it's sponsored by Onyx Leaf Media and Hardy World Meta. So make sure that you follow those pages and you will see all these amazing creators being spotlighted and you'll get to know them a little bit more.
And what I love about it the most is that Joy is hosting. In fact, we got a little trailer we're gonna play for you guys real quick, and then we'll be right back. Let's see. There we go. Let's click this. All right. Well, technical difficulty didn't want to play for us. We gonna work on that while we work on the next segment here. We're not gonna go too deep. We'll play that another time. So anyway, apps of the week, right? Apps of the week. So what is your app of the week?
My app of the week is Neos.
Neos.
My goodness.
Uh-oh.
So we had the pleasure of getting the tour of Neos with Skiva and Tribe Grey Wolf. Shout out to you all.
Yes.
We went in there, they walked us through it, and when I tell you that Neos is something else, it is something else.
Look,
That's all I can describe it as. We had so much fun. It's so many amazing things that we can do in Neos, and they just gave us the red carpet effect. Like they just showed us everything. So we appreciate you, Skiva and Gray Tribe Wolf and Mrs.
Grey Wolf, yeah.
Grey Wolf. Yeah, we appreciate you all.
This is us actually on the picture here. You can see us at Between Realities podcast inside of Neo. So they kind of similar to us in Horizon. We have our Getting Things Done verse. They have the Between Realities podcast that Skiva and Alex have. So shout out to them. We got a chance to sit in their seats and wave and be like, hey, look at us in here. And now there is another thing they did for us is in Neos, someone built Horizon. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull up this picture, try to get it just right here. Let me pull up this picture, man. They built Horizon, but they literally have no legs inside of Neos, all right? And they thought it was just the most amazing thing, which we actually we enjoy having fun, guys. So
yeah,
it was really fun to come in there. The legs are going. They got even a little circle at the bottom. They got the when you fist bump, all the stuff inside of it. It's kind of crazy that someone took the time to build Horizon inside of it. So they thought that should be the first thing we went to go see. We took a cool picture to remember that. But yeah, shout out to Skiva, Great Tribe Grey Wolf, and his amazing wife for taking the time out to bring us into Neos. And that was an incredible thing. We did that last night. I'm sure there's gonna be some footage that's gonna circulate eventually as well. So shout out to you guys again on that. And now my application, guys. Oh, Walkabout Mini Golf. Okay. Woo! Nelly. All right. This game, I was impressed. All right, they had a cool update where they have Atlantis. It's a new map that you can go into, and me and Joy both love aquariums. Okay,
we love it.
So imagine playing mini golf inside of the sea. All right, that's the best way I can explain it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's breathtaking. They even gave it a spec bump in the latest update where all the graphics are just that much better. So I'm just super excited about it, and I had to share it. It's my app of the week. I'm gonna be going back into that as soon as we get off of here, actually, and play me some mini golf. because you gotta celebrate,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta celebrate.
You gotta celebrate. So all that being said, we gonna skip over like new apps of the week. We've covered a lot. Last week, if
Yeah.
y'all didn't watch last week podcast, we went
Ooh.
overboard with news. All right. So we're just like, all right, let's get into the meat of this podcast because
Yes.
we have let me set this up right. All right. When we first got into to VR and got our Quest 2s, we joined a melanated group because we were looking for our people. We were looking where the people at. And so, Horizon wasn't open yet. Horizon was not open yet.
Yeah.
And so there was an application that we spoke about, on a last week podcast that's shutting down, unfortunately. It's called Altspace. And so when we got into this melanated MetaQuest group, we're talking with people. And they're like, look, you got to come to this gathering in this app called Altspace. And I'm like, man, what is this Altspace, man? What is this stuff? So, we get in there, we download it and stuff like that, and we start going to these gatherings. Come to find out, a lot of these builds, a lot of these worlds, a lot of these places we were going was built by one individual. And so we begin to, you begin to see a name pop up a lot in the group. It's like always this same exact name. And then, we started getting into building and 3D architecture, and you join in all these groups and you see this name constantly coming through. So we are excited and so excited to talk about a pioneer, especially with this being Black History Month, a person who has took VR development and 3D architecture on their back and begin to build amazing worlds. I believe over 200 something creations, like just incredible. But I could talk all day. Let's go ahead and intro her in. Let's bring in our guest, Artsy. Artsy, what's good? What's good with you?
Hey, Artsy.
Let me see. Make sure you unmuted there.
Hey,
there we go. What you say?
There you go. Hey.
Hey.
Man, we are so excited to finally have you on the podcast. We originally brought this on, and we was telling you this behind the scenes. When we originally brought this on, we was like, we're going to have to get Artsy to come on this thing. So we're super excited to have you a part of this. Now, I'm going to yield the floor to the beautiful Joyreign so that we can start the process of this amazing interview that's about to go down. Let's go, Joy.
All right. So welcome again to Get 'em to the Metaverse, Artsy. So the first thing that we want to know is what first piqued your interest about VR?
So the first time I actually put on a headset, it was at a gaming arcade. It was probably about 7 years ago. And I played Richie's Plank Experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my first time in a headset. And the fact that it took me out of real life and into this game where I was like fearful of my life because I was standing on the edge of a building on a wooden plank. Like,
Yeah.
I was hooked from the start. I was like, I gotta have one of these. I gotta take one of these home. At the time, I didn't have a gaming PC, and so I wasn't gonna do PC VR. I waited till the Quest. Actually, it was the Oculus Go came out.
Oh, wow.
And so I got one of those.
Awesome.
History ever since.
Come on. Now, look, we're looking at all of the feeds. I'm going to bring it up to this feed here. We got so many people. Number one, just as you were talking, we seeing people saying, Artsy, that's what's up. What's good with you, fam? Nathan saying, Artsy with the fire emojis.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Block Party saying, what up, Artsy? It's DJ Marcus J. Look, Price even saying, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
And I really love this one. Lil Pete says, see, we all over the metaverse. He says, hey, boss lady, we watching you in spatial. Come on. I love it. I love it. And Price even said this. I love this line. I've only been in Altspace maybe 3 times. She's a name I've known only from 3 visits.
Absolutely.
Cole Jane say, hell yeah, Artsy, such a babe. Love Island.
Yes.
Okay. And Gamer Dream says Black History. I just want to do that because we're going to get lost in these comments today. So just shout out to you. There's so much love in the building. So let's continue, sweetheart.
Yeah. So how long have you been building in VR, and what made you choose Altspace to be your predominant platform?
Absolutely. So I came into Altspace at the beginning of the pandemic, so probably around March of 2020,
Okay.
and I found myself in an art gallery at 8 a.m. in the morning. It was just a rant. I don't know why I was in Altspace at 8 a.m. in the morning, but there was an art gallery hop going on, and I joined it. And one of the guys in there, I got to talking to him, and he was dressed in all black, and he had like black glasses on and a bald head, and I was like, this is quintessential art. Like,
Yeah.
he's in
Yeah.
France. um, but he offered to make a duplicate of the gallery that he was in,
Wow.
that he had
Oh,
built,
wow.
and stage my art in it. So he helped me stage my art. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, that was number one, and then it was just traveling around and seeing that I could build my own spaces and be connected to people. I found my community and my family there.
Mm.
Mm.
That's why I stayed.
Yeah. And that's what we found to be so true is that community is basically the foundation that keeps people rooted wherever they may be.
Yeah.
So that is so great that you found community first in, Altspace. And so going off of that, how did it feel to hear those words that Altspace was shutting down? How did you take it? How did you, comfort the community?
Now don't hold back now. Don't we want to know the honest raw truth here for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do it without crying, but I found out like a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks before the public did. And
Mm,
so
Okay.
I actually had to go through that grieving process by myself.
Wow.
wow.
And,
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of time to grieve because I had to flip back into work mode,
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
like setting up all the pipelines to get my clients' worlds, to other platforms. So
Yeah.
it's been difficult.
Wow.
I can only imagine. We talked about that last week of if, Horizon were to shut down, what would happen? What would we do? And so what have you put in place or what things have you been reaching out to people to get people to get to stay together and
Yeah.
move to another platform? Have you all chose which platform you're going to be going to, or how is that process going?
As soon as actually the rumors started, I had already, like taken myself to different platforms. I mean, over the
Mm.
past,
Yeah.
I've been, making an effort to go to different platforms. I mean, I've probably been to at least 15 of them.
Yeah.
Um, just in trying to move my spaces to different places because putting all of your eggs in one basket in a tech space is probably not the best thing to do. So um,
Yeah.
I've been searching and moving around, and I've been coaching other world builders to do the same thing.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
You
I put
know.
in place a lot of pipelines.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just just I want to stay with it just for a second. The emotion that you are putting out.
Yeah.
What Joy said last week. It was so funny. You watched To Kill the Mockingbird or something. Is that the name of the? No, not To Kill the Mockingbird. Is that it? The one where the lawyer he's in the courtroom. He was like, you see this person, they're raped. They're this happens, that happens, this happens, and then he says, now picture that they're white. And then
Yes, To Kill a
everyone,
Mockingbird.
yeah, and to everyone in the room, the jury, because it was basically a racist situation, the jury just begins to cry, and you can see it on their face. Like sometimes it's easy for us to be like, oh, well, it's not my stuff, so get over it, But as soon as you start thinking about what if you got an email the day before, a month before, 3 months before, hey, this is about to go down, how would you feel? When you've built your brand, you built
Yeah.
your empire on top of this platform, and it's just swept from under you. And then they're like, "Oh, by the way, we got this mesh thing coming, and ain't nothing like what you were working with." It's a little disheartening. So, number one, we don't want to glaze over that. We so appreciate you being vulnerable and
Yeah.
honest and open about that, because we know, you have become can we say that? I believe we can say that. You've become synonymous with Altspace.
Yes.
When you say artsy, like I just told you, we came into the space. It was like all these worlds were built by you. So it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
it's Artsy's world. This is Artsy's world. So just shout out to you for all of your hard work and achievement. Now, we even had Mr. Block Party saying thank you for everything you do as you are coping for yourself with the sun setting.
Absolutely.
And then Price said, "That's what I'm saying exactly." So we
Yes.
didn't want to glaze over that moment, because it's people don't know how deep this connection is to these platforms that we have.
Absolutely. That's the thing. People just think that it's just avatars and we're playing a game. But some of the most realest, rawest emotions and conversations happen in this space.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to get people to understand, that relationships here really do matter. And so it is real. For those of you who don't know, it is real. The emotions are real. We are real people behind these avatars. And again, Artsy, kudos to you. Congratulations for all the things that you have done and still doing. And we want to give you your flowers here. I mean, we're going to keep this thing rolling. We're not going to be somber.
No. Look,
no. It's a party.
We gonna start naming it until that thing closed down.
Yes,
we call it Artsy Space. All right?
I love that.
Don't do that. I will say it's mostly that this platform, or this space in general, changed my life.
Come on.
And we are afforded opportunities in this space right now that we haven't been offered before. And we've broken down barriers that people didn't think was possible. And we've shown people things that they've never seen before. And
you are going into my next question, girl. Keep it rolling.
Okay.
Because my next question was, how does it feel to be making Black history today? Like, you're making Black history in the metaverse. So thank you for starting that ball rolling. Continue.
I never really sit and think about it, to be honest, because I just keep going. I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about housing people, giving them a place to feel safe and secure and inspired, that bringing people's dreams to life. Like, so many people have put their hopes and their wishes and their dreams into my hands to create. And I don't stop to think about the impact until people make me.
Wow.
I could understand that. And so with that, can you just, for those who do not know you, can you rattle off some of the clients or some of the builds that you have done?
I'm
working with?
So my very first client, I built him a mansion. It was his dream mansion.
Awesome.
I built like convention centers for like the Harlem House.
Wow.
Like an IMAX theater experience, an art gallery, two-floor art gallery, a basement bar and like lounge called the Boom Boom Room. And it also has like podcast studio as well, and it's placed in Harlem. So I've built, Club Premiere, which is the longest running nightclub in Altspace, every Thursday night. It's actually happening in a couple hours.
Woo.
So. Hold on, it's so many words. Hold on, let me go to mute, because I built a lot. I built a lot, and that's what it is. But no, I'll
switch to this one, and maybe you can see it.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna go to my let me go to your scene here so you can kind of show off some of this stuff. There we go. So that stuff is credible. Let's go.
Lots of performance venues, home venues. I particularly like luxury, so I've built a lot of luxury for other people.
Love that.
Yeah, this is Artsy's Lounge. It's one of my favorites. This is a loft in Paris.
So it just so
Um,
happens his
Oh.
name Archie's Lounge that is your favorite. Never mind. Go ahead. Go
of course.
ahead.
I also build for NFT Oasis. So I build a lot of concert venues like this back alley
Wow.
concert venue.
Awesome.
Um, it's really, it's so vast. I have a list of the types of builds that I've built, but I can't go down all of them. Um,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Just from looking at what you're showing there, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we don't expect anything less because it's like, black excellence. So
Yeah.
it's amazing. So again, we have to continue to give you your flowers, Artsy.
100%.
And so the next question I wanted to ask you was, how would you get someone to the metaverse? The title of the podcast is Get 'em to the Metaverse. So we always ask our audience, our guest members, how would you get someone to the metaverse?
I'm a big proponent of sharing what you create. And so the more content that's being put out in a way that tells a positive story about the metaverse, I think is going to be super important. And that's what I strive to do when I share. A lot of people that are on my different social media accounts, they follow me because they like my artwork. And so I always share my artwork, and it always interests people to see how they can experience that. Or they ask what it is that I'm doing, and I introduce them that way. Um,
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the future, and what I am planning for getting people to the metaverse. So I'll hold that.
Because again, it goes into the next question. What's next for Artsy?
Yeah, so it's definitely expansion and scale. So I'm you know getting when you come in as an artist to your career, you don't always have all of the knowledge that you need to know about business.
Mhm.
But uh, I'm definitely on the path of figuring out everything I need to do to be able to get to the point where I'm hiring,
Yeah.
because I want to employ other builders.
Come on.
I've been training them for a while, and so I want to offer opportunities for other builders, and um, definitely expand
Come
the
on.
brand.
That's
That's
amazing.
incredible. I know. So, we always do our homework. We try to go and like make sure when we have a guest come on and we really go into who are all they are. And I don't saw
Mhm.
some artwork you don't did. I don't saw all kinds of stuff on YouTube. It's great. One question I have for you. We know that you have a builder group on, I believe it's a
Mhm.
Facebook group. You want to talk about that, maybe spotlight that and what it is?
Yeah, so this is I have a group called the VR World Builder Collective. And I started this because I was getting a lot of other builders interested in, building things from scratch. And so over the past, 2 years, I've done personal uh, Zoom meetings with individual world builders whenever they've needed something, um, help with something, whether it's getting started in Blender or
Mhm.
troubleshooting an issue that they're having in Unity. Um, I've extended myself to just, sending them a quick call and helping them troubleshoot. And
Yeah.
so at some point, I've gotten overwhelmed, and my calendar was full of just like people, needing help. And so uh, during the Clubhouse days, I was doing a lot of interviews on Clubhouse, and more and more people were trying to get into it. So instead of spreading myself thin, I decided to put all of my content with inside a Facebook group.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
that's incredible. And we know that when the Altspace situation happened, we know I think it's like a 4-hour video where you are going in. Oh yeah, we do our homework now. We do our homework where
Yeah.
you go in and you're showing people like Come on, let's in the chat. Let's put some clap in. She's showing other
Yes.
people. She's barely getting out of the mud on her own, but she's trying to help everybody else at the same time, and that's what being
Absolutely.
a pioneer in this space is all about. So let's get back. We got some comments in here before we go any deeper into this. I want to make sure I always get a chance to spotlight what's going on in the comment section. We got Kevin Cox. He say, "Has everyone remember to hit that like button, please?"
Please hit the like button.
There we go. Somebody just hit it just now. Praise God for you. We saw it. We see you. Appreciate you, Kevin Cox, for coming in. And Nathan said, "I love your art sculpt worlds too." That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Cole James just got these little. I'm sure that's an inside joke, maybe of some sort. And then look, I go by price. Say training with eyes, wondering, hey, how do I get into that? You just heard, get in that builder group, man. She just told you. All right. Cole James said, "Your friendships have been your greatest creations, and I am grateful." That's love. And then look, it's like Nathan knew what to put right after that. Just put the heart. Just put the heart. Tina said, "Hey Artsy, I'm proud of you and so thankful you make my experiences on the quest too exciting. I would be lost without you making the templates we can show off." Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Mr. Block Party don't gave just a million claps. So you're just getting all the love.
Yes, come on, continue that love for her. Give her flowers
today.
right
Look at
now.
all the claps. So I have a question for you. I want to follow up with, and if you don't mind, Joy, this is one of the questions
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm excited about was representation. Okay, let me get in my not my Malcolm X pose, but all right, let me get serious for a second. How important, you just said something that was powerful in a statement a little while ago of saying, there's no the gatekeepers are not here yet. We're in a place where we're trailblazing into a field that everyone doesn't know is there yet. And we're at the very beginning of it. How important is representation for you guys? For you specifically, how important is it for you being a Black African-American individual who is pioneering in this space, and what it looks like for others going forward?
There's so many times where people have told me like that they've seen the Artsy on everything, right? Like my work is everywhere. Like it's over 6,000 worlds where you'll see the word Artsy. Like,
Wow.
My God, hold on.
We got to pause right there. We can't glance over that. Hold on now.
Light flex. Just 6,000.
Absolutely.
6,000. She said that ain't no. That's a okay. 6,000 worlds. Look, if I get,
we couldn't run over that. We just had to stop and pause.
All right. But continue, please. Continue to the representation conversation. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. When they find out that I'm a Black woman, like they're excited, right? Like when you see what I've done at scale, it's you think that I'm like a large corporation, or you think I'm like multiple people all in one, but I have had so many of these, one-on-ones and conversations with other Black women that are building in the space and building well. And me coming in and showing them that this was possible for them, keeps them going. And that's, paving the way. I didn't just pave it for myself. I paved it for everybody behind me. And that's another reason why I feel so much responsibility at the closure to make sure that people are getting over to different platforms.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't really recognize and acknowledge the weight that comes with trailblazing and with pioneering. Could you dig into that a little bit deeper as far as how it feels and the weight of it all?
My God.
When I came into the space, there wasn't commerce happening. And people were sharing things, and I would want to donate to them because I value the time and the energy that it took for them to upload things to the platform and to share it. I wanted to give back to them. And somebody told me that it was really taboo to try to take money for uploading content, and I was like, well, that's cool. So, it actually seeped into my mind a little bit. And so when I was starting to build, I was just taking donations. And then at some point I was like, well, I could either sell this headset for rent, or I can,
Come on, yeah.
I can get
Be
down to
real.
business,
Right.
and it was the community that supported me. They wanted to reward me or pay
Yeah.
it forward for what I was creating and how much
Wow.
time I was spending, making these experiences. And everything that I have been through in my life and everything I've created has led me to this point, and I deserve to be compensated for the work that I do.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, say
the
that.
weight, yeah,
Yes.
the weight is, it wasn't bad until I learned Altspace was closing, because it was fun for me to build other people up, and
Yeah.
now it's, I don't want anybody to give up because Altspace is closing. It's not the end of the road for us. Like, we're just getting started. I know, even for myself, I'm just shy of 3 years as a builder. I've never picked up 3D design before this.
I think that
Let's
needs to
pause
be-
right there.
yeah. There you go.
Give some hand claps for that.
You just heard someone say to you, 6,000 worlds in 3 years with their name attached to it in some way. You just heard brands that they've connected to. No commerce when they came in. None. And on top of that, doing it as a black individual with, and oh yeah, no, don't see. I ain't want to just put the woman part on it, because that's a whole other layer. Black.
Tell me about it.
Black woman, because I got two of them on this podcast that's pioneering right here. They right here. You want proof? They right here. The point that you're doing all of that, and then saying, oh, by the way, I didn't know how to do none of this 3 years ago. All right. We could. That was
flowers, girl.
That was the Get Em To The Metaverse podcast. I'm playing with you guys. I'm playing, but that's incredible. Look, we even got the clap emojis in here. Price said, first of all, it ain't about the money. No, it's not always about the money. You better say that. Lil Pete said. Nathan put the money sign. He's like, I like money.
Bag.
The money bag. It means something. P. Allen said, I'm so proud of my buddy Artsy. She is cool and she is super talented. Appreciate that note there. Price, of course, with the clap emoji. Kevin Cox said, you dropping gems.
Yes.
Nathan has the clap again. And we got our brother Thunder in the building, another up and coming content creator. Incredible, and BN with the hearts and claps as well. Listen, now, look. 6,000 worlds. Oh, I don't know what else to. And then they say. So tell me, okay, all right. Here we go. No 3D training at all.
Wow.
And within 3 years, you're basically sitting at this top of the food chain when it comes down to building these worlds. Tell us about, and I know Joy is this her thing. What does that feel like when do you feel like you're a target now? Because
you asked my question. I was going to ask her that. I was going to ask her. Are they coming for you, sis?
I like the way she said it.
It started early.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. When it's not even when money is involved. It's when people hold you on a pedestal, right? Like, when people genuinely love you and express that love for you, that can make you a target. So it's not only that people talk so highly of me because I do right by people. Mm-hmm. It's that it also changed my life. Like, I'm no longer in the same financial position that I used to be in. And people think that my story and my distribution of worlds was about the money, but that's only a means to survive and to use that money use it as a resource Like I spend most of my money putting back into the worlds, back
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
experiences, back into the education, and helping my family and helping my friends whenever they need it. Like
Yeah.
um, I've been a target the entire time, but I haven't paid attention because I know I'm protected.
Come on.
I love that. I love
Man.
that.
Do y'all hear
I love
this?
that.
Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? I don't think y'all understand. We see the like buttons, we see the comments, but to know you keep going, you keep elevating, you keep removing, taking it to the next level, but knowing the whole time there's this target, I'm being pursued, people are hating me, even when there was no money involved, just because someone said, oh man, she's dope, oh man, she's incredible, oh man, she's amazing, man, we love what
Yep.
she does, because she's getting some applause. It's like, oh, she ain't that good. No, I could do better.
That's how it be. And so that's why we're so glad we are able to get you on this platform for you to tell your story, because a lot of people run with their narratives of what they've heard or don't even know you but come with this preconceived notion of how you are. So thank you so much for getting your story out there and telling your truth.
Yeah, you know,
No, I
um,
appreciate it. Thank you.
it, it's us who have to support us. I'm gonna say that. Now, I'm not gonna preach nothing, but it's us.
Yes.
It's us who sometimes it's the targeting. We're the ones targeting us. But at the end of the day, it's platforms like what we've created with Get 'em to the Metaverse, what you're doing with the Builder Group. We're trying to elevate not just people of color. That's the thing. The people don't even get it. This
Yeah.
podcast was not created only to uplift people of color. It was
No.
to show representation, number one, that we
Absolutely.
exist, that we're here. But then for moments like this, because we've had people on here the same way who have been, their story was not told, misunderstood,
Yes.
trailblazing in their community, yet people hate on them. People don't understand them. People
Yeah.
just tear them down, and we've been experiencing it a lot lately. Unfortunately, as well as
Yeah.
this channel is growing, as Joy in the Morning has gotten spotlight. It's been a lot of weirdness that's happened from, and we're like, you see us.
We're like,
Come on,
where is this coming
come
from?
on. You see how we talk. This is how we are every day. What we promised ourselves it's
Mhm.
something we promised, that we would be the same people in the metaverse that we are outside of it. We're not going
Absolutely.
to top. We're not going to flip it. We're not going to change. So the same nice and humorous and joyfulness and the gorgeousness that's oozing out of Joy right now. Because my God,
Oh my
we're
gosh, you
gonna be
just make
that
me blush.
inside of the metaverse, and we got witness to now seeing you on this show, being vulnerable, being open.
Yes.
I'm certain there's a lot of people who's gonna watch this later on who may be watching it right now and hiding out, in the background and going, well, dang, you might be changing our heart tonight, because they don't know.
Absolutely.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Listen, the hard exterior of a black woman is not because, look, I ain't gonna preach it now, but it's not
Come
because
on,
she
you
she
said
she
it.
she wants to be hard. It's because she has to be hard. Okay, but I don't want to go there, because we could become, like I said, we all Black History Month. It's Black History Month. It's Black History Month. Let's get some of these comments. Let's see what the comments saying. Thanks to all of you for having a platform for others to share their story. Of course, Kevin, appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the hate is real. Yes, Gamer Drinks, the hate is real.
Yes.
And Void Order said, can you post a link to the Builder Group? We sure can. We'll even put it in the description of this video when it goes live, to make
Yes.
sure you guys know how to get to it. And then Gamer Drink says, being being a VR chat native, the racism is real out there. Oh yes, basically saying the
Oh.
racism is real in them streets. That's a great question before we leave.
Yeah.
Racism. Have you dealt with racism in the metaverse?
Uh, Maybe, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely have. It was very prominent during my metaculture days. Um,
Mm.
we would have our events being taken over by hackers, and they would say the N word over
Mm.
megaphone. They would basically take
Wow.
the controls away from us. Um, and it would definitely scared the life out of me the first time it happened. That's not something you want to experience. Um, and
Yeah.
then there's the little things here and there. Like I think the most disappointing that I've had has just been the lack of Black voices in the conversation that's being brought to the
Mm.
table of the metaverse.
Yes.
And the lack of these companies and these platforms reaching out to us to build with us and bring us to the table. Because
Yes.
I was on Microsoft's platform for 3 years and they never brought me to the table.
My God.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they
I,
knew
I'm
Wow.
exactly they knew exactly what was going on and they never reached out to me.
listen. You know what I'm gonna get for that. When my sound's not playing, I was gonna go womp 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 womp. My sounds don't want to play today,
Oh
but
no.
that really hit me somewhere right there. That really hit me.
Yes.
The fact that I have put this platform on my back, it's became artsy space. Okay,
Artsy space. It
it's
is.
become artsy space, and literally, the point that you have to sit there and be like, man, why haven't I been brought to this table? Why haven't my identity been shown forth in this platform? I have ideas. I've shown you my ideas. I've shown you my work ethic. I've shown you that I love this platform. Why? And that's something I think we're all dealing with in this metaverse piece. It's something me and Joy talk about a lot. Why aren't these companies reaching out and getting more of us who've literally put this on our back? Who's literally been like, yo, we love this and we want to see this win. Use us, but at the same time, promote and push what we're doing as well. Yes.
People
Absolutely.
really try to gaslight you. People try to gaslight you and tell you that, it's not like that. But I have seen it. A lot of companies get brought on for less,
Yeah.
much less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, look, I would love to stay right there. I would love to stay right there. But let me look at some of these people in here. We got
Look, some of the comments.
Look at some of the comments that came in 20 minutes ago, and I'm amazed by your work. Thank you so much,
Woo!
Void Order, man. That is
That is
awesome for
amazing.
RC. And we got a
Yes.
super chat from Game and Drink saying thank you.
Hey.
Hey. Uh-oh. All right, sorry about that,
Wait,
y'all.
there it goes.
There we go. That in itself is so people don't even know. That's one of the reasons why we did this. That's reasons why we
Yes.
push this platform forward as much as we're doing, because we want to help people get into the metaverse and we want people to see some representation out here in these streets. We're not ashamed of
Yeah.
it. We love all races, creeds, sizes, and shapes, but we want to make sure that people know we are here. And you are celebrated on this podcast, RC. We appreciate you so
Yes.
much. And look, if we might need to build our own platform. We need to call it.
Oh, okay. I know he was gonna go and make
I'm
it
about to go
funny.
somewhere else.
Say something about that for sure. We
Yeah.
have platforms being built by Black people. Okay.
Come on.
Yes.
They just need support. And that's like we can't have like we can have hundreds or
Yeah.
thousands or hundreds of thousands of platforms owned by us, but we have people on the roots ground level that need us to show up to their platforms.
Mhm.
They need us to help them test the platforms.
Say that.
They need our ideas that we've gathered from these other platforms. I will definitely make an effort in the future to list those platforms, but they need help getting to a point where we feel comfortable being in them
Yes.
and bringing our work and our clients to them.
I love that you said that. In preparing for the show today, we got hit up by Hip Hop in VR. I think it's called Hip Hop VR,
Yeah.
and I know they're doing a test tomorrow. So shout out anyone in the comment section right now. Listen, everyone who's watching, go hit up Hip Hop in VR, I believe, on Twitter, and you can actually hit them up and try to get a key or get access to their testing. I think they're doing a testing tomorrow, and that's going to be incredible. That's a platform made by us that you can be out here in these streets promoting and pushing. So I love that you said that, because that puts a little bit more fire under all of us who have a platform, who are building platforms, to be like, hey, let's support what we got going on out here in these streets.
Absolutely. And so, is there any last words that you would want to say, share? Let the people know where they can find you, to reach out to you. Let them know, Artsy.
So I'm Artsy literally on everything, or Artsy VR. You can find me at Artsy and VR on Instagram. You can find my website at artsyvr.com. And you can find my World Builder group on Facebook, the VR World Builder Collective.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Listen,
Yes.
this show has been absolutely incredible. We're so thankful once again for you coming on and taking the time to speak to us, tell us your story, tell us what's going on, and of course all the experience. Joy, what's your last words? What you got? What you got?
Well, I want to say thank you to everyone who took the time to tune in with us with our special guest, Artsy. Thank you so much for, chilling with us and getting this word out of getting them to the metaverse. We will be here next week, so make sure you stay tuned. But thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. And look, we got some people. We want to make sure we spotlight this real quick. We're gonna spotlight it real quick. It says super chat $5 from Jdunrrp. Just because I love y'all.
Hey!
Hey, bro, we appreciate you, brother.
We
appreciate
appreciate
you so
you.
much. And then of course, Shola Love Game says, can you repeat the name of the platform? I'm always looking for places to just engage in discussion that isn't a club or a comedy group on Horizon Worlds. Of course, on Twitter they are Hip Hop in VR. You should be able to just hit them up on that and find them. And then I would say just hit them, send them a DM, and let them know, hey, get them to the metaverse. Was talking about this testing. How can we get to be a part of it? And
There's
then of
another
course,
one, Let's Connect VR is
okay,
an incoming platform as well. And my biggest ask for our community moving forward is just to be open and to be patient, and to be honest with the makers of these platforms, because a lot of us as a community feel like we need to do everything by ourselves.
yeah,
It's one of the biggest things why I haven't reached out for help a lot of times. A lot of us have trust issues. So just be kind, like offer your help and support where you can, and just be patient as these platforms grow, because it is very difficult, despite a lot of people's ideas, to build a platform like the ones we come from.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. Well, listen, guys, we appreciate you guys so much again for being a part. Let me get to the scene. Let me get to it. There we go. Being a part of Get Up to the Metaverse. I'm in awe tonight. It was a great time having an amazing guest. Once again, thank you so
Yes.
much, Artsy, for all coming on and telling us your authentic story.
Thank you.
And we celebrate you once again for not only Black history, but for all the history you are making.
Yes.
Joy, I've enjoyed this week's podcast. How about yourself? You feeling good?
I mean, it was amazing. It was incredible. And again, I have to give my flowers out to a fellow African American woman who's doing it big in the community. So shout out to Artsy.
Yes, shout out to Artsy. Shout out to everyone who took the time to come in and just rock with us, vibe with us, man. We just love having the live experience. You know, we've had talks about
Yep.
doing recordings, but we're like, no, we gotta come in with the people,
We
with
gotta
the
do it
fam,
live.
so y'all
We
can
gotta
feel the
talk to
live
y'all.
live energy. But we gonna catch y'all next week. Don't worry, because we got more coming. We got more
A
coming.
lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. You know. But I'm about to get a lot of Joyreign as I get off
Oh
of
my
here.
God.
And so we will talk
Y'all
to
pray
y'all
for me.
next week. Peace.